I don't like. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I got some more cool shit coming. I'll tell you about.
Oh, you may well do. Everybody does. But,
yeah. No. I have more than most. I'm the founder of a $50 billion cryptocurrency. I have more than most.
Yeah, you can brag about that. I mean, that's fine.
So this idea that you can make absolutely insane, amazing changes in the world by just turning the right screws, but knowing where those screws are, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So it gets framed like, you made too much money for too little work. But in fact, it's the opposite. Making a lot of money with little work means you have little overhead, which means you have little negative price externality. Look at Zcash. Zcash price is doomed and has been doomed for years. Why? Because they got a building of 80 guys doing something. I still prefer maximally effective on-ramping. I still don't like ads that don't work. And most ads do not work. I don't think billboards work. I don't think sports advertising works. I don't think race cars work. I got some other tricks I ain't gonna tell you about. I'm gonna let them shoot themselves in the foot first so they can't counteract the counterplay.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. Woo! Another great day. We're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff, of course. We're going to continue our conversation with Dog Meme on Bitcoin runes. Really is going to be pretty epic. It's one of my big picks for this bull market. And of course, the first time we're really having meme coins on Bitcoin, the most valuable chain on the planet. Therefore, it, I guess, leads logically that we could have the biggest meme coin on Bitcoin and adoption as well. So Dog definitely up there for the win. Now there are some other runes, of course. We're going to get into talk about that a bit. Now, if you want to get more into that sort of stuff, get into our Discord, join the Strategy Club, $35 a month. We talk about multi-chain opportunities, and we're going to be ramping that up. So get in there, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the other thing, of course, Pulsechain mega accumulate opportunity. We're going to talk about that too, with the pullback on Pulsechain continuing there. It's just massive opportunity to pick up huge volumes. So accumulation, dollar cost averaging, really, really a good idea. Obviously, do your own financial decisions and stuff like that, but really looking good there. The volumes are mad crazy picking up there. Now, I've got a poll up at the moment in the chat. Are you accumulating on Pulsechain? Yes, buying, just hodling, no selling. I might pick up some more. You're unsure, just select one of those. We'll get a good gauge of where people are at the moment. So definitely fill that in on the way in. All right, what else we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Blaze. It's got a $1,000 giveaway. So Blaze is related to the Titanx ecosystem. We're going to talk about that. We're going to briefly talk about Eros as well. Unfortunately, that does appear to be some sort of rug at the moment. Still a bit uncertain on some aspects. We're going to talk about that in a minute or two. We're actually towards the back end. We're going to talk about Mafia, which we're backing big time. The Mafia game coming up. It's going to be, I think, surprise people to the upside. And it's certainly the vault is getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. We just had an important change with the token. So the Mafia token has been replaced by a new one. The first one was a proxy token. And of course, that's not generally accepted on exchanges and listing sites and things like that. It's got lots of issues with it. So they've replaced that. That was just a kind of a setup to get going straight away. But they have replaced that now. So that just placed in about last half an hour. So there's a new contract. You can find the details of that in our Discord under Pulsechain chats. Thanks to Archie for posting that. One of our moderators and, of course, the godfather of the Mafia family that we are setting up. So pretty cool. We've already had tons of people apply to join the Mafia family. So really has been nicely surprised by the keen interest in the Mafia game. We'll talk more about that later on as well. So we've got lots in store. Pulsechain, of course, update. We're going to talk about markets and regulations. Man, it's going to be a busy show. So it might be a bit longer than normal. We'll see how we go. But a big welcome to everybody. Get into the chat. Make it lively. I mean, you guys are the ones that make things a lot of fun. So get in there, folks, if you're watching. So let's have a look. We got Sandy Beach in the house. Where's Sandy Beach? Hello, everybody. Good to see Sandy. Big shout out to you. And welcome to the Mafia family as well. Don't forget to read Archie's post about how to join the Mafia family. So get in there on that, folks. Right. That is the update today from Sandy for the Health and Fitness Challenge. Definitely get into that. It is day 22, which is, what is that? Jumping jacks and burpees or something like that. That's from Sandy there. So keep fit and healthy. We've got Archie in the house. Speaking of the Godfather, hey, Hi all, good to see Archie. And of course, we've got Wookie in as well. Wookie is taking his pets to the moon. Yeah, boy. I think he's talking about his dog. We're talking about dog there, so that's kind of cool. All right, what day is it? It's Thursday down under here, 12:07 p.m. in the afternoon. Of course, it's still Wednesday up in the Northern Hemisphere like the USA. But here it is Wednesday already. Kind of cool. Actually, it's Thursday, sorry. My bad. Thursday here, Wednesday in America still. All right, let's jump over to it and let's get into the show. We've got a lot to talk about. So, bam. So the S&P 500 market today, S&P 500 ends lower as the Fed minutes flag inflation jitters. Ooh, it's getting cold. It's also supposed to be summer in the USA. We've got the Dow Jones down 0.5%, 200 points to 39,671. We've got the S&P 500 down 0.25%, 14 points to 5,300. We've got the NASDAQ down 0.2%, 31 points to 16,801. Man, off record highs, right? Off record highs. Now, here's some of the insights from the Fed meeting. Participants noted at the last Fed meeting, recent data had not increased their confidence in progress towards 2%, and accordingly had suggested that the disinflation process would take longer than previously thought. That was from 30th of May there, from the 1st of May, 30th of April, sorry, to May the 1st. The most recent inflation reading showed consumer inflation had slowed more than expected last month. Was released after the Fed's May meeting, so that was positive news. Since the data, Fed members have welcomed the slower pace inflation, though continued to stress further data would be needed. And finally, I need to see a few more months of inflation data that looks like it's coming down, said Cleveland Fed President Loretta Meister, I guess, on Tuesday. Those comments echoed recent remarks from other Fed members, including Boston Fed President Susan Collins and Fed Governor Christopher Waller. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on the interest rates. So a bit of a pullback in the stock market, and obviously, a tentative on the interest rate side of things. Let's get into crypto. BTC at the moment is pulling back off 70,000 here at the moment, 69,219. That is down 1.16% at the moment. Bitcoin dominance is dropping a little bit there to 51.98%. Ethereum there down 1%, up at 3,741. And of course, everything else just down slightly there at the moment for the most part. A few outliers like CAS and Near Token, things like that, WIF, a few outliers there. All right, that is pretty much it. Let's zoom a bit closer though on the crypto market, just taking a bit of a breather ahead of the Ethereum ETF. We're going to get to that in a minute. Now, Bitcoin on the chart here is on Coinbase. How many days are we since the Bitcoin halving? Well, we're ticking away. We did expect some volatility. Actually, at the moment, it's been to the upside, so it's kind of been cool. 33 days so far since the Bitcoin halving. And, of course, we're well above the 50-day moving average, which is now at $64,750. And we're currently at $69,221. Was it 2 days ago? We've just started a brand new candle here. So this is today's candle that we just finished. And we were as a high of $70,659 in that one. The previous day was the real high there, $71,980. Woohoo! Bring it on. $100,000 for the end of the year. Come on, it's got to be kind of easy, right? Got to be. Barring any major geopolitical conflict, I think, or there we go. That's heading up pretty nicely. That leads us into runes. Now we've obviously got Dog on Bitcoin runes pumps. It's pumping again. I told you guys about this. You definitely want to get into the strategy club in our Discord. The link to join that is in the video description. And of course the chat there. So join up, $35 a month, multi-chain opportunities. We'll be covering lots on runes and stuff like that. So yeah, Dog go to the moon here. Look at it, up 23% at the moment. It was over 6 sats. I think 615 we just saw there. I just refreshed it. It's down at 5.99. Just taking a little bit of breather there. The market cap is importantly at 414,900,000. And you watch that market cap, that is going to go up to the moon. The first target, of course, is $1 billion. So that's kind of place where it is at the moment. Here we are on Magic Eden. So if you want to pick up some dogs, you can do that. Pick up some dogs. Take them from the kennel. There we go. That is it. So you can see the cover of today's video also has the dog on there, on the cover of today's video's thumbnail. So there we go. Magic Eden. Get into it. Now, this is the DEX, of course. You can buy on centralized exchanges as well. Another 2 exchanges have listed Dog. And of course, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, the exchanges. So we're going to get into the top 10, 15 exchanges pretty soon. So yeah, but let's jump onto it. We've got obviously FIU at the top there. Now let's sort by volume, right? So we'll take away market cap, sort by volume, and you can see Dog Go to the Moon is clearly the leader. And of course, it is at 25 Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours. That's just on the Magic Eden index there. Donald Trump is coming out of nowhere, so it's a bit of a woohoo. And for the election coming out on the 5th of November, might be a really good speculative play. And that is at $9 million market cap, so lots of upside potential there. It's up 57%. We've got Ryzik, which is a big popular team as well, like along with Dog. That's at 216 million market cap, and that's up 14%. They're decentralized. Another big team is also doing got a long way to go, but is starting to climb here. 28% at $45 million. Sorry, and then number 5, Pups of World Peace. That is just flat today, but 173 million. Now, the one I want to point out here, and you can find more details. I'm not going to tell you at all. You join our Discord and get in the strategy club, and one of these other tokens in the top 10 is looking pretty good. So you can jump in Discord about that. But yeah, get into it. Now, a new token that's just come up is the Joseph Biden, obviously along with the Trump version up the top here for the election, and that is 438% as well. Only very low market cap too, 441. So that might do some crazy pumps on that. Some interesting thoughts there. So those are kind of the top 10 on the runes. These are kind of like the tokens equivalent to a PRC20, PRC20 on Pulsechain or ESO20 on Ethereum. That's what the runes are. The collections, like the NFTs equivalents on the collections here, and we can see the top 5 at the moment. Node Monks, Bitcoin Puppets, Runestone getting back into 3rd place at 0.012 Bitcoin. Holding Runestone, that's how you got the Dog token. It was a free airdrop for that, so it's very clean launch. Obviously, the cleaner the crypto, the better generally. And of course, Ordinal there, Ordinal Maxi Biz number 4, Quantum Cats number 5. Those are the kind of top 5 at the moment. You can see some of the other teams in the list there too. So TikTok. So it's just the beginning. It's still very early, still in the infancy here, and probably going to be the greatest part of the Bitcoin bull market. It's going to be fun to see the meme coins flourish in this bull market for the first time. So it's going to be game on. Watch out for the news and exchanges. They're coming one by one, starting to pick up the runes. So it does look like it's going to be a successful protocol, and it does look like they're going to be challenging the meme coin values on Ethereum, Solana, and things like that. So bring it on. It's going to be a lot of fun. That leads us into the top meme coins in the world at the moment. This is on CoinMarketCap, and you can see that Dog Go to the Moon is climbing the ranks down the bottom here. It is climbing, and it wants to take out the top dog, right? The Dodge coin, which is up at 24 billion. So do your maths. We're currently at 419 million, and we've got more exchanges coming, including potentially the top 10. And of course, look at this, 24 billion. So that's about a 60x from here. So it's going to be a lot of fun. See Dog Go to the Moon start climbing the meme coin ranks here on CoinMarketCap. All right, so that's some of the teasers there. Also on Gate.io, which has been trading Dog, you can see the chart for itself. Yeah, boy, it's up to the right. We like these kind of charts. So it's kind of cool. Now, it's always important to have diversification in the in your portfolio, of course. Multi-chain, multi-tokens, all things like that. But you also still got to try and pick the winners, right? Pick the ones that are really going to do extremely well. And of course, every so often there's going to be a fizzer, unfortunately. It's just part of crypto when you're trying to, take a bit more risk on to get a bit more yield. You can often get into some fizzers. There are fizzers out there. So you got to be, do your best to try and pick the winners. At the moment, of course, Dog just moving up there almost at 4400th of a penny. So it just continues to climb. Now let's look at the daily here on Gate.io. You can see how it's looking like a bit of a cup and handle, isn't it? But it started off, obviously, normally when tokens launch, they launch pretty bullish, come back down and back up here. And of course, I think it's about to go off to the races because these exchanges coming out one by one, another 2 overnight for Dog. So that's TikTok, time to rock. All right, so Ethereum at the moment. Let's jump into Ethereum. So that was the Bitcoin and runes memes. We've got Ethereum ticking away there, well above the 50-day moving average in yellow. And of course, got the eminence around the ETF approvals. And of course, where are we up to here? The 23rd of May. So that's going to be American time. So that's coming up for that. And we're going to talk about the Ethereum ETF approvals are imminently coming up. So question mark, we're at 75% approval rate at the moment. We've seen some pretty positive stuff with tickers being listed and things like that. And of course, all those forms being completed. So here we are at the moment, the 50-day moving average at 3,213 on Ethereum. We're currently at 3,749. So what's going to happen by tomorrow? It's going to be pretty crazy. Well, let's get some insights from that from Eric Balkahunas from Bloomberg, one of the two top analysts there. He says, my best guess, he got asked a question, trying to plan my day for tomorrow. He says, is there a certain time we expect to hear from the SEC? Can I slot it in mid-morning so I have time for my coffee? I think that was pretty funny. Eric responds, goes, my best guess is we hear from the SEC around 4 p.m. tomorrow. For spot BTC, they dropped it at 3:45 p.m. So some others in the past were slightly after 4 p.m. Anything is possible, though. So there we go, targeting 4 p.m. tomorrow, US time, the 23rd of May for the ETF news around that. So he posted some evidence of the timestamp for the Bitcoin ETF when that came out on the 10th of May. And he's talking about 4 p.m. New Jersey time there. So for you Americans, you know what that is. So there we go. Sorry, I should have been specific there. So there we go. All right. So that is something we're going to look forward to tomorrow. What's going to happen to the ETH price, man? $4,000. Where are we going? Where are we going? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun on that. And of course, Eric, I think, was expecting it to do around about maybe 25% of the volumes that Bitcoin ETF is been doing, I guess, out of the gate there. So we're going to see how that plans out as well. Obviously, more money coming into Ethereum through these big vehicles like ETFs. And of course, we saw in the UK, we saw some ETFs launched there yesterday for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that was kind of bullish too. So things are really starting to take, crypto is really starting to get wider acceptance. And it's going to be crazy. Now, talking about wider acceptance with the markets, it also needs regulatory support, right? And so what we're seeing now in the House, going through the House and Senate, is this bill, right, to get crypto wider accepted there. White House signals Biden will sign the crypto market bill if it passes Congress. So that is coming up there. And of course, we've got a little video clip about that from Mike Novogratz. So let's listen from him.
That a phone call was made from the White House to Gary Gensler's office, and Gary Gensler, who has, for the most part, as you know, been relatively opposed to these instruments. In fact, he was opposed to the Bitcoin ETF until a court told him otherwise. You think he's going to do it, quote unquote, voluntarily or maybe pseudo voluntarily if, in fact, the president's telling him otherwise?
I am sensing a widespread shift amongst Democrats that don't want to let crypto be a big election issue. Right? The crypto super PACs have raised over $150 million, and they have targeted Sherrod Brown and John Tester, elections that matter dearly to Democrats in swing states, in vulnerable Senate seats. Crypto should be bipartisan. And quite frankly, for our industry to do well, it needs to be bipartisan. And it has been really Elizabeth Warren and a small group of people that has kind of held the Democrats hostage on this. And what the Senate broadly said, Chuck Schumer, being the Senate leader who voted to overturn against Elizabeth, was enough. Like, this is becoming dumb. And so I'm sensing a real shift.
You talk about you talk about the industry doing this as if they're separate from you. You've been a big supporter over the years of President Biden. I don't know if you still are, but how much are you part of this effort?
Listen, I've had a real view that this needs to be bipartisan. So I have been meeting with Democrats and Republicans equally, trying to both educate. On the Democratic side, I've been trying to talk sense. I was like, guys, this could be the biggest own goal of the last 6 years. There is no reason to make crypto, which is a technology, a political issue. And I think hopefully that message is starting to resonate.
All right. So advocating there to get it through on both sides of the House. So we'll be tracking that as well. So getting crypto is really starting to get accepted and pushing through. So fingers crossed we cross that hurdle. Going to be pretty important. But everything's going pretty well. All right. Before we get into Pulsechain, that's the end of our general stock market and crypto info to download. And of course, don't forget the dog. Dog. Okay. Enough of that. All right. Let's go into it. Let's welcome a few other people now. We got Brennan here, our TA guru, Morning Suit Man and family. Hey, Brennan, hope you're doing well. We've got Big Kahuna House, and Big Kahuna's joined the Mafia. We've had quite a few people joining So if you do want to join, we have to at least know who you are and that you've been a regular. We can't just let everybody in because we could have some dangerous people in our own family trying to hunt us down. So we can't have that. But if we know who you are, then we'll probably let you in. But hit us up in the Discord. Remember, the Pulsechain Hex Discord link is in the description. It's $5 a month, 16 cents a day. It is a private Discord now. It used to be public, now private. And of course, that's got rid of a lot of the spammers, which we were getting inundated with spammers. So that's kind of cool. And get best information, best community as well. And of course, chance to join maybe number one Mafia family. Who knows? We're going to play the game and do our best to control the vault. We're going to talk more about that coming up in the future later on this live stream. So there we go. So big shout out to Big K, who's joined the Familia. There we go, Hola Familia. We've got Craig Pitt in the house as well. Craig is looking to join as well. I think you're in. Are you in yet, Craig? I think you might be. Have you joined Stitch? I think you have, yeah. I think Craig might have been in there as well. So welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Craig. Welcome to the family. We got Brian in the house, our community leader. Absolutely doing an amazing job. And big shout out. Actually, I just remembered actually Archie as well. Archie's now a dual community leader along with Brian. They're both incredible community members that do amazing stuff for people. And of course, they're helping to run the Discord, which is, community run Discord. So that's kind of cool. Check my pulse says, what's good, y'all? Hey, check my pulse. Hope you're doing well. And Crypto Game says, what do you think of Pulsechain? Well, I love Pulsechain. I cover it virtually every day. So I'm bullish on Pulsechain, Crypto Gamer. And of course, accumulating until it gets to the magic cart ride. That's what we're doing. Craig Pitt says, I'm in. Oh, yeah. Don't mess with the Craig. Don't mess with the Craig in the Mafia. You might find a few pieces of lead. A few pieces of lead in you. No, okay. Pekuna says, I chose New Zealand as my advertised country in honor of our beloved, SP. Oh, nice one there, Big K. Right, that was pretty cool. All right, let's get into Pulsechain updates. Here we go. And of course, no, we don't. That's not where we are. We're not going there. We're going over here, are we? Yep, there we go. Now we're going up here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so day 376. These are the end results for day 376. Pulsechain at the moment, quadruple zero at 526. That is down 6.43%. We're still above quadruple 05, so that's pretty important. We're at 53% of the mean sacrifice price at the moment. We've got Pulsechain at the moment, quadruple 0231, down 7.3%. That is at 23% of the mean sacrifice price. So huge opportunity here for accumulation. The buy and burn is at 868.3, almost 0.4 billion Pulsechain has been bought up and burned at 4.28%. And the volumes haven't been too bad on Pulsechain. We've been ticking, between 25 and 40 million a day. So, we're mostly in the 30s. So it's kind of been positive. Incentive token at the moment, $2.91, down 5.32%. But the ratio is up like a bomb. It's doing very well. That ratio, 55,481 pulse per incentive token. So that's holding up very well indeed. The total amount of incentive tokens in existence, just under 32.4 million incentive tokens, and that's, of course, they are emitted from the V1 Pulsechain farms here. So, and with the Pulsechain farms have great yield. So you definitely want to check out those if you're hunting for some good yield in your portfolio. Now, Hex at the moment down 5.3% at 70, just under 72/100th of a penny. EHEX at the moment holding up really well. So EHEX is actually gaining versus PX, 18/100th of a penny, because PX has got sliding a little bit there. The combined price of EHEX and PX is at 89/100th of a penny, just under 9/10 of a penny there as well. So those are the headline numbers for day 376. We're about to obviously start day 377, but let's get into the Pulsechain charts here on the weekly. And of course, here we are. We've managed to bounce off so far the 5,000 mark. So that's been very important. That 5,000 mark, pretty important line there in the sand to hold up. But meanwhile, while it's down here, it's accumulation opportunity, right? So the massive volumes compared to as soon as it starts going up, you get dramatically less volumes there, obviously. But that's just the way it goes. And so ticking away there, the RSI pretty chill at 35. Not in the fully oversold period, but certainly down in that zone. So when's it going to rise up? Got to be sometime soon. 34 at the moment. So that's kind of where we are, ticking away. And of course, we're just started the second year of Pulsechain. Pulsex pretty similar here as well. We managed to bounce off 2,000. And of course, here we are at 2,300, just off a little bit from yesterday. We're at 2,500. So there we go at the moment. Just trying to stay around, I guess, this November resistance, which is kind of our support now at the moment for PulseX. So good accumulation zone, as we say. Incentive token, let's have a look at the ratio to Pulse. Look at this, really strong. This is the ratio to Pulse for incentive token. So looking very, very good. And of course, we get a bit of a bump on Pulse and stuff like that, PulseX perhaps, then this could really break out to the upside. Like I say, 61,000, then 71,000 would be the two hurdles. And if it breaks 71, wow, it could really go really, really big. So if Pulse is going up and incentive ratio is going up, then incentive token is going to be a huge draw. The yield farming's returns are going to go up dramatically, and that should, all things equal, depending on how long it's sustained, bring in more capital, right? So that's kind of the ticker there. Let's go to PHEX at the moment, 7,200th of a minute, right down at the bottom of the accumulation zone here. So yeah, what else can people say? It's at 38, 39 on the RSI. Accumulate. But the story, I guess, is around the EHEX, because EHEX is still holding up, even though it's at the bottom of the range, kind of at 7,000th of a penny, still holding up relative to PHEX there. So EHEX has kind of been gaining a little bit on PHEX. Interesting ratio trade there, perhaps. Food for thought. Actually, have we got? No, I haven't got it on this link, but yeah, I haven't got it there, so we might pull it up later on. I might pull up the ratio of EHEX to PHEX there. In terms of the combined price, let's have a look here on Investex.io. One of our top 5 information sites is Investex.io for Pulsechain. So it's definitely one you should have in your suite of tools for Pulsechain. Hopefully we can bring this up. Just waiting for that to publish there. Normally I have this up and running already, but yeah, just the way it goes. I must have forgotten about it. Let's go to the daily. Go to the daily here, and you guys already know what I'm going to say. You already know what I'm going to say about this. You already know. Come on, you already know. All right, so here we are. We're at 19th of a penny there, and we're clearly in accumulation zone there. So there we go on the old combined price EXPX. All right, let's get back to the overall charts for Pulsechain. The gas there at 500,000 beats. We're at 9/10 of a penny for a PulseX swap, 500th of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny for a PRC twin transfer. Ethereum at the moment, 6 Gwei on Ethereum. So it's come back, not down at 2.3, but it is a weekday. We're 861 times cheaper than Ethereum to do a swap. You can see it clearly here, the swap up to $8 on Ethereum, but only 9/10 of a penny on Pulsechain. So super good to do business on the old Pulsechain, as I say every day, and I love saying it because it's so good. We're at 48,694 validators, and we've got 1.56 trillion staked with validators, and no change there. It's been like that for a couple of days now. And our big health check is the bridge. We're still looking pretty healthy. I mean, we were down, a couple of days ago, down at 108 million. We're at 110.6. So I mean, that's holding up to some degree. So good to see that there on the old Pulsechain. So that is the results. We're going to have results day. We just started day 377. So we'll come back to that tomorrow as well. All right. So let's get to derivatives on Pulsechain. Let's see what's performing. Only the performer today is Icosa on Ethereum. That is up 5.2% or 5.25% there. So it's the only standout there for the derivatives. Everything else is down on those lists, including the Maximus as well as the Hedron on Pulsechain. Let's go to the stable coins on Pulsechain. Well, Coast there making a bit of recovery. Whoa! Let's have a look at Coast then. Look at that. So it's been depegged, right? Quite dramatically. I mean, it's been down. What's this one here? Been down to 68 cents to the dollar on Coast versus the dollar there peg. The peg is in this orange line, right? That's $1. So it's been quite dramatically below. That's a cool opportunity, especially if it goes back. You buy Coast cheap, and if it starts going back in price, you make some mad gains, right? You can make mad gains on stable coins, just the way it goes. Anyway, we're at 8,900 penny, so it's actually marching back up. I don't know if we've had any news from Coast. I haven't seen any news from Coast. Let me know in the chat if I missed that. But we were expecting a new financial agent to give them even more support than normal. Yeah, I don't think we've got that yet. I haven't checked, but the price is definitely moving back up. So we might check that for tomorrow, hopefully. Remind me on that. So that is Coast. Anyway, that's going back up, so it's kind of cool. All the stables are pretty stable. I mean, USDL is a little bit, the USDL is a little bit below 97, 98 cents. below that, and PDI. Let's look at PDI, 4,500, 4,600 for the penny. So really PDI just taking a bit of a breather before it's going to try and take 1 cent. I did say once we broke down this orange line that the more probable event was that we're going to take longer to get there, right? And that's exactly what we're seeing in the chart. So there we go. It's going to take a bit of a U, I said, didn't I? So there we go at the moment, 4,500. Nice little accumulation zone, arguably, if you believe in the narrative, of course, around, Maker, Balancer Curve, and all the rest of it. And Richard Hart, Magic Carp Ride, whatever you want to think about the theory, that is the play. 1 cent. We'll see how we go. See where we go. Obviously, others out there trying their own attempt, like LUSD. So we've got lots of narratives around stablecoins. You can make money, mad gains on stablecoins, apparently on Pulsechain, which is kind of cool. All right, let's see if the pegging happens. The pegging with all these coins, right? Including PRC20. So it's not Richard plays the big game, right? That's what the teaser video was at the beginning of the video. Was about his tricks to make value that no one else knows how to do. That's the kind of play. All right, that is it on stablecoins. Let's jump over to influencer coins. Let's go influencer coins. And of course, here on 24 Hour, nothing is up on the influencer coins, but the best performer is Bromance from Ben Armstrong, only down 2.29% there. So that is it. And of course, the worst performer is Steve Hitson, Scuba Steve, down 15.8%. So there we go on the influencer coins. That leads us into overall, is it? I think we're up to that. Yep, we're going to overall. And let's go find Pulsechain. I couldn't even find it at the moment, actually, because where is it gone on the list? Maybe I'll have to type it in. Did I reverse these or something? I can't even see it on there. So Pulsechain. Nope, that's not coming up either. Where's the chain? Oh, there we go. Pulsechain. Found it. There we go. Let's look at the best performers at the moment overall. So we had 27. We got $27.1 million in volume today. So it's kind of on the lower side of the $25 to $40 million range. I got just below 300,000 transactions. It's kind of normal there. Let's see the best performer. We got Pizza, a New York City Pizza Rat. That is up at the moment, 33.5%. Pizza seems to be doing good, not just on Pulsechain here, but on Bitcoin. So that is up 33%. OMG is up 9.6%. Everything else is pretty much down. So not obviously accumulation day on the old Pulsechain. Let's jump over to the Pizza there. It looks like they got their own website. How long they've been up and running? 10 hours and 51 minutes. So we're always getting, every day we get a couple of new tokens. Obviously I'm not financial advice. It is ranking at number 2 here on Deck Screener is what people are looking at the moment. And it's actually green. So that's 10 hours. Let's have a quick look at the website. Obviously not endorsing this at all, but you can decide. It looks like another HOA project. There we go. Another HOA project. Hex Orange Address. And of course they do multiple tokens, right? You got to be in their community, right? And they keep getting the little pumps there. Anyway, had a big pump and sold down. What's it at the moment? $22. Let's have a look at some of the metrics here. Quick Intel says no issues with that, but that doesn't indicate a buy to sell tax there or renounced ownership. It's got a lot of rockets there. It's got a couple of flags, but this Hex Orange Address there. Hats off to them for doing kind of viral marketing and tokenomics for Pulsechain. It's kind of good, keeps volume on the chain. Let's have a look at the supply. Let's see what that supply is like. They got 359 holders, 40,000 pizzas. That's how many exist there. So there we go. Who's got the biggest amount? Is there a big holding there? 32%. Both in the smart contracts there. So the biggest holder that's not a contract has got 3.69% at 14.75 there. Wonder who that is. Holding that. So that is pretty much it at the moment. What's that? Market cap, liquidity 131K. Obviously the price is pretty high, $22, and then the market cap $894. How much is actually in the pool? 4,063 pizzas in there. There we go. So that is something new from the HOA. They've also got another one here, Orange Man Good. I bet that's HOA as well. That's up at 9.6%. And that is actually looking pretty fun if you like speculation. It's already done quite a bit of the run. Is it rolling over a little bit there? You can ask. It looks like it a little bit. It's only up 9.6%. It's been around for 1 month, though, and 20 days, it says here. So it's been around for a little while. Being pumped the last wee while. Look at that. Woohoo! Now up at 4 cents. What's that, a 10x, is it? Looks like it. So look at 10x. 10x on that chart. Woohoo! All right, so that's OMG. All right, so those are some of the speculative ones. We're going to get back into our usual talk, but before we do that, let's go into, where am I going here? We're going to go into Titanx. So let's quickly talk about that. This is on Ethereum, of course. We're moving away from Pulsechain now. Before we get into some of these other things, we're going to quickly check the chat. Crypto Gamer says, do you like the new update on SparkSwap? I do. I haven't. We covered it yesterday, was it the 404? I haven't checked it again today, but that's definitely out there. We kind of covered that. We've got 10,000 404 NFTs. They look really cool, actually, and of course they got earnings you can earn with them with reflections. Yeah, pretty cool. They're doing a good job there. Wookie says Lobo is along for the ride to the moon. It is indeed. We didn't talk about Lobo. Lobo is in Strategy Club if you want to see that. What a day it is, says Jedi. Yeah. Lobo is going to doing pretty cool stuff. Anyway, can't keep a Wookiee down, as they say. Can't keep a Wookiee down. All right, so let's move on. And of course, on Titanx here. So we had Eros. Now Eros, unfortunately, looks like it's had some form of rug. It's still mostly looks very much like a rug, unfortunately. And 4 cents it's got down to here as well. We can see on the hourly here that it had this here got sold off by wallet number 3, I think it was, and dumped all the way down from what is the top of the price here, 28 cents, all the way down to 1.4 cents, and then it came back up. It's had a bit of a fight around, and of course it got down to 3 cents. Currently at 4 cents at the moment. Obviously, it's still got the website went down as well. The Telegram went down. And of course, one of the founders, so there's 2 founders, I believe, maybe 3, and a team member. One of the founders, D, put a post out about that. So you can go find him on X, saying that they didn't, him and Marek, the other founder, didn't really know what was happening. They woke up, didn't know what was happening. Apparently, another person in their team, I'll just forget the name right now, actually, but Meyer or something like that. They looks like they sold this candle down, and then they seem to have taken the website down, stuff like that. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Typical things with these unfortunately events. And of course, it had such a successful launch, which is the typical thing. And of course, we'll see what happens there. Are they actually going to fix that up? Can they fix it up? All that sort of stuff. Is it just really one team member within the team? So that's all those questions. Hopefully, will get answered in due course, but they haven't been doing much communication. That's not a good sign, right? So there we go. We'll see. Question mark. So that's with Eros. But on the positive side, we've got Blaze out at the moment. So Blaze is coming up on Titanx. They're going to be launching next. And of course, remember, Titanx is basically like a layer 1 coin. Everything else built on is like a leverage on that. And of course, at the moment, Blaze is running, coming up a launch. Now, they've got really cool tokenomics, really like Blaze tokenomics. They've got a giveaway on at the moment. So if you like some free money, a chance to win some free money, this is the way to go. Blaze second pre-launch giveaway. And of course, $1,000 of Ethereum. This ends next Tuesday before the weekly Blaze. So they've been doing lots of good promotions, good, strong, solid team so far that we've seen. And of course, you have to take each project on a case-by-case basis. That's all you can do, and try and do the checks and balances, right? So there we go. Required to enter, all you have to do is like, retweet, follow them on X, tag 3 friends, and comment Blaze, hashtag TitanX and Ethereum there. So everyone likes free money. So there we go. You can participate in that. Hit the like and all that good stuff. Just follow the instructions. So that is a giveaway at the moment. So check that out. Let's have a look here. 1K USD giveaway. So that is the link there. Go and follow that. I know a lot of people love giveaways, so I thought I'd pull that up today. There we go. Nice. You can all you have to do is take that 1,000 if you win it, and 3x that, and then 3x that again, and 3x that again, and you'll be up and away. Craig Pitt says for Eros, one of the owners, Powell. That's who I was trying to think of there. Powell there took out 21K. Apparently, he might have the keys for the BNB. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. The other thing is the Titanx, right? 2 trillion Titanx sitting in that buy and burn wallet. That's the big question, Craig. That's the big question. We will see. We'll see. Still open question on that one. But good comment there, Craig. All right, let's move on. So that's Blaze. We're going to get into, Mafia, yeah, boy. Mafia on BNB. So we're moving around the chains. I said we're going to move to multi-chain coverage, like up our coverage on multi-chain. And of course, here we are with Jacob's ecosystem. He is a Pulsechain dev, but he also got projects on the BNB. And of course, we can see here that we've got a brand new chart for Mafia because they've replaced the old proxy chart. This has only been done about an hour ago. And of course, you can see here the chart here ticking away. So what was that? These are 5-minute candles. So ticking away here. Currently, the price of Mafia under the new token. So the new token is OX3C, and the old one is 41111. So if you have already owned Mafia, you've got to add in this new contract, right? So the new contract is here. I will post you a link to this new chart so you guys can add the tokens for yourself, do all your checks and stuff like that. So bam. But yes, Craig says, P.S. you might need to revoke if you interacted with Eros there. So yeah, do that. That's probably a good idea there, Craig. Well said. All right. That's definitely possible there. Right. That is the deck screen there for Mafia. I probably should have written the word Mafia in there, but I forgot to do it. So there we go. That is the Mafia one. OXDE. So that's the trading pair, by the way, not the contract. So the contract, you have to come down to Mafia. That's a new one there. But we have got this in the Discord. So if you go to Pulsechain projects, this is in there. And of course, this is one of Jacob's projects. This could really surprise people to the upside. I've seen a few little things here and there, and I'm pretty excited about it. And of course, we're big supporters of Jacob's projects, and excited about that. Now, the other big news too for you in the TYRH, not only is there going to be an update within 30 days on TRH version 4. So finally, it's here. Yeah, boy. And people will start asking me about it. There we go. So TRH V4 announcement is going to be made within 30 days. So there we go. How about that? And that's also in the Pulsechain chat there. And a big shout out to Archie once again, who's Jacob master expert on his ecosystem, has posted that. So big shout out there. And of course, now one of our 2 community leaders, along with Brian, who does an amazing job. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on that. So there it is, Mafia and TRH moving along. So Jacob's stuff is all coming together. It's all coming together. So looking good. Now, the other thing is the families and the Wikipedia for Mafia are going to be out within the next 5 days, probably sooner than later, probably in the first half of that is a good chance. Yeah, it's coming soon for the Mafia. They're obviously getting this token up with the proper token so that they don't have any issues around that, and they can get listings and everything else is going pretty well with the centralized exchanges and listings, stuff like that. Also, that they can, just tick things off. So one thing, they've ticked off the profiles. I think they've fixed up, and they've now fixed up the, I believe the wallet. What's the wallet? I've forgotten. A Rabby wallet. That's it. I think they've fixed that up now. And of course, they've got the profiles working pretty well on Mafia. So Mafia is looking good. So here's Mafia at the moment. This is the old contract here. I might need to refresh. Maybe they've replaced it with the new contract now. Now, obviously, the old contracts, the liquidity has been pulled out of Mafia, and you can see the price is gone accordingly, right? But the teams, the liquidity has been removed from the old contract, and it's been put in the new contract. So here's the new contract. You can see it's got $94,000 worth of liquidity in there. So there we go. That's where the liquidity's gone, if you're wondering where it's gone. So there we go. That is on that. And what have we got the new contract here? I think I have. Now we're going to go to Jacob's ecosystem. That's where we're going. That is Jacob's ecosystem here. So yeah, the old one here, it's only got $6 of liquidity in it now. So, and the new one here has got 94,000. So it's just been switched on to the new contract, doing pretty well. In fact, the new contract, it's up 12% on the price. How about that? Not bad. What else we're going to say about that? Yeah. So we are expecting, let's have a look at the vault. You can connect your wallet, create your own Mafia, 2,000 Mafia tokens. It's not a lot, maybe $1.20 or something, $1.30. And of course, you can create your own Mafia profile. You can play by yourself, and some people will probably do very well, or you can join a Mafia family. And of course, yeah, there's going to be other Mafia families around, so it's going to be pretty cool. You can create your characters. Here's some of the characters recently. I like this one here, Ivory. It's a cool one. Yeah, owner top there, looking good. And Aku here, looking pretty mean. So it's up to 1,200 different avatars, so it's pretty neat. We can see at the moment there's $26,435 in it, and it's going up all the time. So pretty cool. And don't forget that if you are buying Mafia token, the new one, you need to do that. So I see they've got the old token on here on the contract here, so that needs to be changed. Let's refresh that, see if they've done that. So yeah, it looks like they're redoing the website's just being refreshed. So they presume they're going to make those changes. Now, the other thing around the Mafia switch is that they're going to be doing a big upgrade coming, and that's going to include, yeah, I think Wiki and families and things like that. So really excited about where it's heading. You can see the website's down, so they must be doing some upgrade to that right now. Cool. I think we covered that pretty well. Am I missing something? Let me just double check my notes. Let me check my notes here. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, is that it? I think so. Yeah, just looking through some of these. Yep, that's it. So kind of cool. All right, that is our Mafia stuff. So yep, hit us up in the Discord if you want to participate. The link's in the video description. $5 to join Discord, and then you can try and apply. Not everybody will accept it. Depends on whether we know you or not, and that sort of stuff. So kind of cool. We've had lots of people inquire, and many have joined. So that's kind of cool there. Let's jump over into the Hex Daily Stats. We've got day 1633 on Ethereum. So Hex on Ethereum there, 22 of May there. Yeah, price is stuck here. I don't know what's happening with the price call there. But the payouts seem to be working. So 7.124 Hex per T-share on day 1633 on Ethereum. So it's doing pretty well. Let's look at the T-shares. T-shares down 3,000. So we've got 9,182,000 T-shares now on Pulsechain. Sorry, on Ethereum, I should say. And let's go to the reward pool. Pretty modest penalties in the last 2 days. 65.4 million Hex in the reward pool goes to those T-share miners. Liquid holders up 7, miners down 14. We've got 117,773 miners on the old Ethereum chain. Pulsechain, we don't have today's data out. It's probably going to come out in half an hour or so, but we've got yesterday's data for that day, and we've got 6.96 Hex per T-share. So what day did I say it was? Let me just double check so I know what day that was. 6. So that would have been day 375. 375 here for the 21st of May, and a pretty good result. Let's have a look at the T-shares. Oh wow. T-shares were down 128,000 the day before and up 117,000 today. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I should say. So sitting at 9.4 million. What a big move there is. Some big stuff happening there. I might have to go and check that out because I actually wasn't watching that. 3 million. We got penalties at 627,000, so not too bad. And 65.6 million reward pool. We got growth in the liquid holders and 1 up in the miner. We're at 123,921 miners on the old Pulsechain now. There we go. That's how we rock and roll. Yeah. That is it for today. What a show. I think you guys have enjoyed it. Big Kern here says, so new Mafia token will be airdropped. That's right. So what you need to do is get the contract, which I posted here. Get the contract, import it into your MetaMask or Rabby wallet or whatever, and you'll be able to see that. I think Rabby does it automatically, doesn't it? Does it? I think so. But you can go check that and import the token, and you'll see your tokens there. Now, the old tokens, there's no liquidity left. It's like $5, so they're not worth anything. There were only a couple of people that tried to sell out. There was $100 liquidity or something. They all sold into it. So there we go. But that's all you have to do. Just import the token. You'll be able to see it. You can hide. I think you can hide the old token. So you could do that. Might clean up your wallet. We've got Tim Top's in the house there. What's up, Mexican? Say Tim Top. Hope you're doing well. And Sandy says, so do I have anything to do with Mafia? Well, you should import the token into your wallet probably at the very least, but you don't have to do anything else. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, Sandy, do read Archie's post. I think we posted that to you. Do read that with all the details on if you, because you're pretty keen to join the family. And of course, to join up there. So read that up. That's probably what I can say. Okay. Yeah, we'll so it's 2,000 Mafia tokens to join to set up your own gamer profile. It's like $1.30 or something. It's pretty cheap. You can play on your own. If you want to join the family, in particular the family on the Hex Token Discord, which is being led by the Godfather Archie, he's in control of all that. Then it's there's a $1 million, sorry, not $1 million, I should say. There's $1 million Mafia fee to pay for setting up families in the Mafia game. And of course, there's going to be other Mafia families out there. But to get that funds, it's to join the family. It's going to be 100,000. You need to pay 100,000 Mafia, which is about $50 or something like that. So that's that's optional if you want to join. Obviously, Mafia families get quite big and strong. So it's food for thought there as well. But like I say, not everyone will accept it. Only people that we generally know have seen around the community that have been pretty loyal and pretty out there. So, but hey, hey, look, what other influencers are going to be supporting their own mafia families? What's going to happen on BNB? Because there's going to be a lot of influencers and teams on BNB as well, no doubt. So there's lots of question marks, but man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Marketing's not going to be ramped up until around the game period. So you're going to see a lot of marketing. So you're getting in really early, because really, I guess on this channel, on the Discord, Archie and other people, we're early to get into this, right? So getting early is always very important in crypto, as we all know. So we're going to have fun with the game, and we're going to see whether we can control or get a big part of that vault, which is pretty nice. The top families, top 5, I think it is, get allocation of 10% of that vault. So the bigger the vault gets, the better. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, I think at the moment it's about $2,600 a week. So yeah, so we're going to keep going. Imagine if it's 6 figures, 100,000. That's going to be pretty cool. $10,000 a week to allocate. Imagine every week. So it's lots of fun. We're going to have fun and chase the crypto. That's what you do, right? It's going to be pretty cool. All right, enough of that. I think we're done. Did we do a good job? Maybe we did. I don't know. Picahuna says, yes, just import the token and all there. Nice one. Yeah, that is the contract. Ends in 1111. Okay, thanks there, Sandy. You're most welcome. Okay, I have to buy more Mafia. Yeah, you'll need 100,000 to join the family there. I think a lot of people have already paid up, so it's filling up fast as the old Mafia family. Yeah. Big shout out to Archie for organizing all that too, by the way. He is the godfather, but there is always admin to be involved. I think kind of cool. I've seen yeah, I'll leave it there. All right, take care. What was I about to say? I don't know. I gotta keep my mouth shut. What sort of things going on here? All right, no sneak peeks. All right, take care, everybody. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. Have a crazy fun day. That's what I said in Discord today. Have a crazy fun day. I really mean that. Sometimes it's good to have a crazy fun day. So whatever that means to you, let it happen. All right, take care. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.
It's fun to watch Hex pumping up the charts. It's left behind all kinds of broken hearts who didn't buy the dip, who didn't DCA. And now that we're on a rip, it's hard to look away. Now I'm not the one to hand out free advice, but as for me, I wouldn't dare think twice about buying a bag, since we're still somewhat down. This rocket ship's about to break the speed of sound. These wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. I tip my hat to everyone who minds. You're getting paid out while you're killing time. It makes room for a nice vacation to the beach, perhaps a celebration now that you are rich. Ha ha! Ignore the haters who all called you crazy. You studied hard while they were being lazy. Now you're packing bags, about to take a ride up on that rocket ship, mooned up and starry-eyed. I feel these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Now that we're summer bound and the sun is bright, I see that it's not round but rather has 6 sides. It's a work of art that's written into code, designed by Richard Hart to make our bags explode. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Yeah, we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco.